Hey guys, Sandy here. Welcome back to the channel. Today I am using my never-ending kit, Magical Maze Style, and we are scrapjacking the Scrapping Nerd. And this is part of the May I Scraplift You series done by my friend Crystal Barrett over at Pineapple Papers. This is the layout that I have chosen to scrapjack. It does have 3 square photos. However, I am going to be using 2 rectangles and 1 square because, you know, I got to make my photos work for me. So let's see what I can do. All right, guys, so I have a couple of sheets of paper, and these are very Disney-esque colors. Some of them came from the kit, and I pulled this yellow burst paper from my stash. Now, I am going to trim these papers down. I ultimately don't use that second yellow paper, that close to my heart one with the waves. It just doesn't make it onto the layout. Now, these photos are not the greatest photos. They're not the most exciting photos, but they are photos of the ceiling of the queue in the Slinky Dog Dash. Now, when you go to Pixar Land or Toy Story Land, it is fun. You are meant to feel like you have shrunk down to a size of a toy. Andy's footprints, or I guess anybody's footprints really, are in the concrete. Everything feels huge when you're in line for Toy Story Mania. The Uno cards and the pencils and everything are larger than life, so it really is an experience. And I just thought that the Slinky Dog Dash queue was really spot on. I really enjoyed the ceiling along with everything else. And I've already scrapbooked everything else. I think I might have scrapbooked the ceiling once already too, but there were words on there that I wanted to have in the album, so that is what is happening. Now, I haven't gone back and pulled out the layouts or looked at the album's parts that are already completed here. I'm just going through the stack of photos that I have, and the ones that I want to actually scrapbook and get into an album will be there. The other ones will just go into photo page protectors that I have of basically extra Disney photos. So duplicates or just extra ones that I thought something was cool enough to take a picture of it, but I don't want to scrapbook it, or I've scrapbooked a ton of it already for that trip. I don't mind scrapbooking things over and over and over again. Like I scrapbooked the Millennium Falcon I don't know how many times. And also I don't know how many times for each trip. But sometimes there are just things I don't want to scrapbook. So they go into the photo protectors. And then that will be that. Now in the layout from the Scrapping Nerd that I am jacking, she does have square photos, and she also has strips of paper. Now I am kind of going off the rails a little bit, doing my own thing, but I am definitely jacking her overall idea, right? And that's the beautiful thing about scrapjacking someone. You can completely do it or be inspired by their layout, or there could be something on that layout that you want to replicate. It's kind of like a sketch, you guys. Use it as a starting point. I am always amazed when people find something that I do inspiring, that they want to jack that too, whether it is just one little thing I did, or they like the entire page, or one technique, or they like the feeling of the page. Maybe they really liked it because it was super colorful, and they went and made a super colorful layout too. Like whatever it is, I just feel honored that somebody thought, you know, they got some sort of inspiration from what I made. So that's just the way I view it. Now, I am going to use this 6x8 paper. It is teal with gold stars on it. It was not long enough to stretch all the way down my page, so I do go ahead and cut it apart so that I make it feel like it goes all the way down the page. Now, the ceiling fan up here on the ceiling really reminds me of some propellers, and it reminds me of that probably today because we just went to Aviation Day in Portland. Okay, that's pleasant, Sandy. What are you picking at? I had glue or something on my finger. Okay. I'm also talking on the phone with Christopher, so if the hand motions get really weird, it's because I start talking with my hands instead. Yep, there it goes. Instead of actually scrapbooking. Okay. And I'm probably going to stare at this for a hot second. So that's really riveting YouTube, right, guys? So anyway, we were at Aviation Day. We drove to Portland, and I got all kinds of great photos, so I'm so excited. I want to order these pictures right away and start scrapbooking because I was kind of running out of airplanes to scrapbook, you guys, and that's a travesty in my world. I got to sit in the cockpit of a C-130. That was freaking amazing. It was just an awesome, awesome time. And yeah, we're just talking on the phone and staring at our layout right now, but that is okay. So back to Magical May. Now, yeah, I don't even know what I'm talking about, but there is something because I'm talking with my hands. So what I'm going to do is wrap up the photos that I have. And I don't know if I'm going to move on to a different trip for Magical May. Like, do I want to start a new trip? My plan was to wrap up the Disney World trips. And I thought I had more photos that I wanted to scrapbook. So I don't know. I gotta figure that out. What do you guys think? Do you think I ought to start another Disney project, or just have Magical May just last until I finish this and then like just go back to the Never Ending Kit? I just don't know how I want to approach it. So if you have any ideas, drop them down below. I am very curious about that. Now, I do want to scrapbook our 50th Magic Kingdom when Walt Disney World celebrated 50 years, that visit. But I don't have all the photos. I've actually got to go through and order them. I only have the PhotoPass photos because for some reason I ordered those, but not our regular photos. It makes no sense to me, you guys. I am going to go through and figure out which stickers I want to use. I must have come home from work and scrapbooked because I am wearing one of my Starbucks shirts. Because this was definitely an afternoon type thing. Okay, and I'm obviously still on the phone because I rubbed that sticker like 78,000 times, and normally I am not doing that. Okay, so I am going to go through these sticker sheets a couple times and look at them, and at this point, this is where I am like basically lost in conversation with Christopher on the phone, but I am actually doing the scrapbooking. So I'm not really paying attention anymore to the Scrapping Nerds layout. I am just kind of building the layout where I want it to go, and what I want it to look like. And really, that's what you should be doing with your layouts, like making them the way you want them to look, right? Right. Okay, so we're going to add some stickers, and these little banners and things are going to go down here. I really do like banners sticking out of photographs. I find them just really pleasant most of the time, right? When you're looking at a layout, I just find them to be pleasant. I am going to add more bits and pieces to this to try to just bring in a little bit more color. I am going to use these orange photo corners, and I'm going to put them at the bottom and at the top. I get that there are photo corners on there, actual corners of the photographs that don't have them, and I'm okay with it. It's just kind of framing all the photos together instead of, just doing it on one photo because I only have 4 photo corners. That is something that stresses me out a little bit about sticker sheets. I'm like, you're giving me photo corners, but you're giving me 4 of one color. So I'm either going to have to cover up my photo's actual corner with other stuff so that I will have the little photo corners to go all over the photos that I have. Or I have to mix and match the photo corner colors, or I have to do something like this, right? Like, because you're not giving me enough photo corners for all of the photos. Is that something that, like, does it grind my gears as much as the icons that are repeated in every single way? No. It's just one of those mild annoyances that sometimes annoys me because I want more than what they give me, and sometimes it works out perfectly because I only need what they give me, right? So it's not on my list of scrapbooking things that grind my gears. Or if it is, it's way down low. And one would think, man, Sandy, you have a lot of scrapbooking issues. Why do you do it so much then? I just love it, right? Like, I love playing with the paper. I just love it. And the things that grind my gears aren't enough for me to not like it. It will cause me not to buy as much product, which sucks, which actually is hurting the industry. Not that I think just my purchases are going to hurt the industry, but a lot of you guys have said that you don't buy as much anymore either because everything is so repetitive. And I don't even mind having the same, like, the same colors throughout different collections, and like building off of the things like the Echo Parks, like Disney collections that build, or the Simple Stories collections that they've been doing that are building, and bringing in new icons. And even if it's similar colors or things like that, that doesn't bother me. But it's the same icons within the one collection that bothers me. It's just like, come up with something else. I don't need my puffy and my flat sticker and my sticker book sticker and my die cut to all have the same thing. I want variety. I want excitement, right? So I don't know. Is it causing me to buy less product? Probably, because I'm not buying all those extra things anymore because I don't need them. I don't want them. But is that freeing up my scrapbooking money to buy parts of other collections that I might have skipped out on? I got to think about that and really look, because I hadn't spent a lot. I hadn't shopped for a while, and then I did this little burst of shopping. Maybe I need to analyze my shopping and see how the way the industry is changing is affecting my shopping personally, because I can feel one way, but then when I think about it, I'm like, oh, but am I buying other things? Because if I'm thinking, oh, I've got this set amount of money I'm going to spend on scrapbooking supplies, and I think I'm going to buy an entire collection with it, and I don't, am I still buying other stuff? Am I still spending that amount of money? I don't know. That's something I got to think about. Okay, so as I was, contemplating the ins and outs of my scrapbooking shopping habits, I went ahead and grabbed some pieces. I've got some foam, really old foam thickers that are these white arrows, and I go ahead and put those down. I grabbed that orange large word that says hey, because of the orange photo corners that I brought in. I wanted to have more colors than just the traditional Disney colors, because the albums that this layout will be going into, those albums aren't just traditional Disney colors. They're kind of like whatever I want it to scrapbook with. So I wanted to make sure I had other colors on there besides the traditional Disney colors. Do you know what I mean? And then I'm going to take these black foam thickers, and I'm going to spell out Slinky. So my title is Hey Slinky. It also says Slinky Dog in one of the photos. You can see it on the photo, just in case. And it's going in the Toy Story Land section of the album. So it's not going to be like just this random layout, kind of like, you have Cinderella on one side, then this layout, and then you see It's a Small World. It's not going to be like that kind of thing. It'll be in its place, so the story will make a little bit more sense. Because I'm not journaling on this, I'm not talking about this at all. which if this layout was just off by itself, you might have a struggle to know what was going on, but when it's in the album as part, and like its chapter as part of the story, it doesn't matter, right? At least it doesn't to me. All right. Apparently I do write something. I think I wrote Slinky Dog Dash and the year on it. But once that's down, that's going to do it, you guys. Thanks so much for watching. Be sure to check out everyone who is scrapjacking this month in the playlist down below. Thanks so much for watching, and I will see you guys again real soon for another video.